The European Union was founded on the basis of political and economic cooperation. In the beginning it was called the European Coal and Steel Community, and it was made up of 6 countries: France, Italy, the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg and West Germany. The idea was to integrate these economies so that no particular country could ever start a war again, and also to make it easier for people to move within this area. These ideas made sense. Most people were in favor of European integration. The idea that a person can travel from one country to another country without having to show a passport or any kind of special work permit is something that people really like. The single currency, the euro, was also said to make life easier. There wouldn't be any need to exchange currencies, and it would make things easier for business. Also, the infrastructure. The EU has large funds, and they give money to all kinds of infrastructure projects, most notably road construction. All across Europe you can see these big billboard signs, and you can see that the EU funded 70% of this road or 80% of that bridge. And this is also probably something that people are positive to. However, a lot has changed over the years. The European Community changed its name into the European Union. This signaled a tightening of the relations between the member states. And today the Union comprises of 28 countries. The bureaucracy is a lot bigger than it used to be, and the EU also has a lot more power. It's no longer what it once was. All of the positive aspects of the European Union are now being turned against its citizens. Let's take the freedom of movement. This is called the Schengen zone. The idea was to remove the inner borders within the Schengen zone between the member countries. But the outside borders were supposed to be guarded extra carefully. And for some time it worked. However, now, due to the massive immigrant influx, we see that the Schengen has no borders whatsoever, inner or outer. Anyone who wants to get in is able to do so. We see millions of people coming into Europe, almost without any resistance. Some of these people are refugees, but most of them are not. They have no reason whatsoever to come to Europe. There's no control over who comes in. We don't know if these people are legitimately refugees or if they're terrorists or criminals. We know that ISIS has sent hundreds, probably thousands of their agents into Europe. So it's just a matter of time before we see more bombings in European cities. So the border controls don't work. And take the single currency, the euro. It was supposed to make life easier, but today it has become a tool of economic extortion, most notably in Greece. The Greeks are of course partly to blame themselves. They lied when they wanted to get into the euro about their economy, and their economic decisions have been reckless. But if Greece would have its own currency, like it used to, the drachma, they would be able to devalue that currency, and then the export would increase. The living standards would go down for sure, but there would be some kind of balance in the economy. Today, they cannot do that. Germany and a few other countries in the center of the Eurozone are doing well, while the periphery is doing poorly. The ECB, the European Central Bank, is involved in massive money printing, and there's not a thing that the European citizens can do about it. As for the EU funds, they are also being used as a tool for extortion. Take for example Poland, which has refused to take in migrants. And so Brussels has started to talk about blocking funds to Poland. And this is a signal to Poland and to other member states as well that you need to do as Brussels says, or you won't get any money. The EU is turning into a fascist state, and the peoples of Europe are waking up to this fact. But it's a slow process. People need to wake up faster, before it's too late.